Hello there, I am Javi Barnes. I'm a documentary filmmaker and a cryptocurrency enthusiast. Today, I'm going to track down the more ever elusive 6-shooter Morgan. And today, we're here in ever beautiful New York. And I've been meeting him. I've been setting up a meet, but he's very elusive, like I said, and it's very hard tracking down. But I got him here today to meet me, and he's agreed. And there he is, right here.
6-Shooter Morgan is a musician who became, briefly, famous for his novelty ocarina act and one-hit wonder, Hey You, Suzy Q. Rolling Stone magazine described him as a talentless weirdo on the fringes of country rock. Bon Jovi said he was a fine musician, but when pressed, admitted he had never heard any of his songs. He is most remembered for his 2 appearances on Christian puppet show Pip and Squirko the Bird, which aired on local Texas television. He featured on one episode where he taught children how to wash their hands to the tune of a pan flute, then again where he played one of the sheep in a nativity scene during the Christmas special.
Here's where I shot my famous music video for my single, Hey You, Suzy Q. It was a great shoot. It was really high budget shoot too. I was at a camp over that little ridge there. I was set up in a cannon, like one of those circus ones. And the plan was they were going to fire me over that ridge into the pond. And then after I was fired through the air, I was going to be playing the opening of Hey You, Suzy Q. I'm not allowed to play it because rights issues. And I was landing in the pond. But because I'm such a perfectionist, I needed to get the ducks right. So the ducks were going to be kind of doing the chorus. So they were taking quite a while to just kind of get the quacks right. And all through this time, we had the famous jazz solo musician, Buster Brown, on his saxophone, and he was in a frog suit, not like a frog outfit, but like a wetsuit with a diving nozzle thing on. And he was underneath, you could kind of see if you come here, he was down there, underneath the water, and when I land in the pond, he was going to burst up and do his saxophone solo. Unfortunately, the ducks took so long to get their quacking right, that when I landed in the pond, and he was about to come up, didn't emerge. So the techies went down to find out what was going on, and they found he was down there so long, he ran out of air. And that was the end of Buster Brown. And that's why the music video was never released really, because we couldn't get a replacement saxophonist quick enough, and the circus needed a cannon back. So yeah, that's why for such a big single, Hey You, Suzy Q never had a music video.
So, how did you get your name, 6-Shooter Morgan?
Well, I used to watch a lot of cowboy films when I was a kid with people like Clive Northwood. He always used to play pan flutes. When he was riding his horse, he always had his pan flutes blowing through them. And he had a gun with a 6-shooter, and I thought that's pretty cool. And my ocarina here has like old Clive Westwood's pistol with his 6 empty barrels. I thought, well, my ocarina has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of empty barrels. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to call myself 6-Shooter Morgan, and that's where my famous name came from.
So, could you tell me more about Skibby Jim?
Skibby Jim, that's a blast from the past. Wow, where did you dig that one up? Yeah, Skibby Jim, he was a fan. He used to be at all the old ocarina nights at all the different nightclubs around New York. Wherever I played, he always followed along. He used to wear, he's quite a tall guy. He used to wear like a flame grilled shirt. Same one every night. Don't know when he got to wash it really. But he was always dancing. He was really dancing to the beat, or not to the beat. You know, even in the water breaks, he was sort of dancing along. He couldn't be stopped. Yeah, Skibby Jim. Yeah.
So what happened to him?
What happened to him? He died on the dance floor. Yeah, his heart. They said his heart just stopped. Too many party pills and jazz cigarettes. Yeah, most giving him. Yeah.
So I was quite a big fan of your hit single called "Hey You, Susie Q." I was wondering if you could play that for us.
Oh, well, actually no, I can't. So there's an interesting story about that song. Basically, when I was in talks of making a animated feature film about my musical career, like a bit like the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. It's going to be this big psychedelic motion picture about me, six-shooter Morgan, and going on this like magical adventure. And it was going to star, I think Hugh Grant was in the talks to play me, but it kind of all fell through, and I kind of invested all my money into it, so it went bankrupt, and the insurance agency had to sell the rights to all my songs to, I think, a dog food company to use in their adverts. So I'm not legally allowed to play any of my music on camera anymore on my ocarina, but there's a little cheeky loophole they didn't think of. I'm allowed to play it on my Cuckoo Cool bird whistle, so I'll give you a little rendition on this thing instead of my famous ocarina. And that's the end of part one.
So, tell me why you've quit the music scene.
Well, the ocarina music scene, it used to be massive, and it's steadily decreased. I think people would call it a bit of a fad, a bit of a dying art. I try to sort of diversify, stay relevant, and to keep the audience engaged. You know, I had my accordion. I tried a bit. I had a Mongolian throat singer, and some backing kind of vocals. We did a bit of burlesque, a bit of tasteful stripping. There was even a supporting act for a puppet show. Puppets had a bigger change room than I did. I had to go, in the gentlemen's toilets and just change in the cubicle there. But yeah, nothing really kind of worked to revive the ocarina. I was always thinking, there's going to be an ocarina new wave just around the corner, but it hasn't happened yet. And really garage music took over. Any club you went to, try to book in, and they said, what's your style? And you say, I'm an ocarina player, and they say, no, not interested anymore. We just want garage bands, which is a shame, really. I think ocarinas are much more relatable. Anyone can just blow on an ocarina, not me on camera because of the copyright reasons, but anyone else could have a little blow on this. You could have a little blow on this. Well done. Bit high pitched, but you have to. I mean, not everyone can be good at blowing on it, but anyone can give it a little toot. But garage, not everyone has a garage.
New York.
Yeah, New York. A lot of people live in apartments without a garage. so not relatable at all. So yeah, that's why wasn't getting any work. I talked about the animated film I was going to be in, which I invested all my my money in. That fell through, so went bankrupt, and yeah, didn't retire. I was forced out of the scene, really. Yeah,
Unfortunately.
but who knows? Maybe I'll make a comeback with my bird whistle.
That's great.